Hey guys, Jan here. Since Smack won't let me be narrator, I had to hack into his editing thing and talk here. But that's besides the point. I'm here to tell you that we're opening the new official SmackNPie server. Forget about the old one. That one sucks. This one's way better than that. We have events, more interaction with the fans, and a lot more channels. This is only the tip of the iceberg on what we have to offer here. But I'm running out of time. I think Smack is catching on to me. The link is in the description. Hope to see you there.
Telltale's and Skybound's The Walking Dead final season. It's almost at its finale, the finale of Clementine's story, the legacy of Lee, and a better future for AJ, hopefully, even though we both know that ain't gonna happen. But I'm a positive dude, so let's hope for the best. We're really a few days away from episode 4. After that, it'll be over. We're gonna get a closure that we weren't even supposed to get, and yet here we are. But how will it end? How will Skybound Telltale writers will take the story where it's at right now and give us an ending that we'll never forget? Over the course of a few days, I have a plan to do a 2-part series where I'll go in details as to how I think they'll end the season and how they should end the season. And today we'll look at all the leaks, info, Skybound tweets, comic issues, episode 3 content, episode 4 achievements, and with the best fan theories out there to form a one mega final theory on how Telltale and Skybound's The Walking Dead final season will end. All of that in today's part 1 of 2. What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie here, back again with another Walking Dead video. If you're new here and want to see more theories and news, start now by hitting that subscribe and that bell so you don't miss anything, and I am not exaggerating. You really don't want to miss our content. Trust me. Alright, episode 4, Take Us Back. It is quite an interesting title to give to a season's finale, an episode that will conclude and end a 6 to 7 years long journey of Clementine, starting all the way back in 2012, with the lead to season 2 with some of the best characters that we'll remember throughout the years in 2013 to 14 to Garcia family. That, my friend, was the best season of them all, period. I am not kidding. Did you forget this amazing character Kate, or this trash piece of crap Gabe? To 2018's and 90's, the final seasons, AJ and Clementine. We've come really far. I'm so proud of you, both of you. Sad face. Anyways, let's start this, shall we? For a brief context, let's go all the way back to episode 1 and just try to learn the writing pattern and see how they take things each episode and how they ended. Episode 1 started with Clementine and AJ having no directions whatsoever and accidentally, or should I say coincidentally, found a place full of stash. Stash not as in cash, but actual food. However, what Clementine and AJ didn't know is that it was rigged for obvious reasons, and boom, it attracted walkers from all over the place, and now they're on the verge to escape. That rhyme. Unfortunately for Clementine and AJ though, it didn't end well, as their only chance or hope, aka their car, crashed completely and they were saved last minute before any major injuries. That led to them finding a boarding school with all kids, and now it's their home. The theme of done running actually paid off in this episode, as they were done running, see what I did there all this time, and now they finally got something they can call home. Obviously it didn't end well, as with every home comes dark secrets, which Clementine got exposed to, which led to Brody's death and Marlon's death. However, unlike Brody's death, it was AJ who pulled the trigger for Marlon, and this is where the season picked up its pace, and this is where the writers showed that this season is revolving around Clementine and AJ trying to find a home, and Clementine maintaining that home while AJ having a hard time in all of this, and it's your job to help and teach him all the basics. You got all that? Good, because then comes episode 2, Stuff for the Children, where it was all about maintaining and defending that home you just got after done running. Gosh, these puns. Stuff for the Children was all about suffering and sacrificing and defending, and it ended with 3 of our people getting captured by the so-called cruel raiders, the people who do anything to get someone on their army. However, while they kidnapped our people, they left one for us as a prize consolation, or consolation prize, or whatever. Abel. Pretty straightforward and consistent theme. Then comes Broken Toys, the most emotional and impactful episode in the season thus far, with the likes of Lee, James Barnes scene. I'm not kidding, it was emotional. I am not laughing, you are. Broken Toys, as in broken people, aka broken kids, and we learned how and why, as a good example was when you let Violet get captured in episode 2. This is where you see her mental breakdown and her being all broken from inside, Abel being broken, Violet, a sim, Omar, just to name the few, are your broken toys for this episode. Now I know what y'all thinking.
Hey Smack, why the freak are we having discussion for previous episodes?
Well, that's because now we know why the titles are so important and how they've been working thus far. It's time to dive deep into the episode 4 title, which is Take Us Back. There has been a consistent theme throughout the name's title until this. Take Us Back? Where? Now I know what y'all Walking Dead nerds out there are gonna be like.
You stupid app size is a song they used in season 1 and cunt model confirmed they'll use it again.
Which is understandable, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about why this title was chosen specifically. What does this represent in terms of ongoing story? Well, here's my take. I had this weird theory a couple of days ago where I said that school kids will see us as a threat and will ask us to leave. Remember when Clementine, after getting kicked out, asked Violet to take us back? This is where this might come in, which matches with Goodbye Achievement. However, that's a generic view. The Walking Dead fandom believes heavily into the fact that the lyrics of Take Us Back, the song, will play a big role in this episode. So me, being the theorist, went back and forth to see the lyrics, and this is what I've come up with. In the beginning of the song, the lyrics are something like this, which points towards two endings. Meet me where the snow mount flows. It is there, my dear, where we will begin again. This is where Clementine's dream of Lee comes into play. She will, after all the mess, finally get to reunite with him. Or she finally gets to reunite with him after her death. The train where it all began for them. That's why Lee mentioned you always pick trains. But this can also be taken as Clementine and AJ starting over, finding a new home, starting a new life after all the mess. It could just start something fresh, something new, hence begin again from the song lyrics comes in. But these are just pure speculation and really weak, nothing that would make this theory solid. But don't worry, for that, we have our good old friends at Skybound Games to help us. You see, throughout this time, while fans are patiently waiting for season's finale, on their Twitter page they are actively responding to the community and people are having fun. However, there are some tweets that really start to raise some questions and eyebrows regarding the ending. Let me show you some of them. By the way, Skybound huge fans still waiting for the follow back. For example, when our good friend Dom the Bomb tweeted on February 26th, #StillNotBitten, showing the picture of Lee and Clementine from season 1 and comparing that with season 4's Clementine and AJ, Skybound responded with "Long live Clementine." Nothing's out of ordinary, right? But it gets confusing when they added this gif which says, "Not gonna happen, bro." What? But then it gets even weirder and scary and confusing when Dom responded to that with "Me after I realized I made anything close to a bad decision," with a gif of "We have to go back." Skybound responded with "There is no turning back now," and "Time to move on," just to mention a few. Now before anyone of you start bashing in the comments that,
Hey Smack, they're trolling, you're wasting our time.
Of course I know they're trolling and having fun with the community, but the idea of normalizing the possibility of Clementine's death is what makes this good. Fandom is nowhere near to accept her death, and Skybound normalizing it before the release is the best thing. If they put the idea in our head that this is the direction they're going for, maybe the reaction might not be as harsh from the community as it would have been the other way around. And if they put the idea of this and give us something else completely different because we lost our guard, it would blow our minds, and that's what they're trying to achieve. But to make things even worse, and I don't own these pictures nor I know where these from, but they're from some Walking Dead issues out there, that's for sure. But to make things even worse, if you look closely, you can clearly see there's a ton of action to enjoy in this installment. So much you'll never notice all the awful things about to happen to Clementine, AJ, and the company, following with #StillNotBitten for now. For now. And before anyone starts to lose their mind, yes, I'm aware most of this is troll, but I'm out here trying to make a point. You see, the idea of them saying this over and over again, that Clementine's death, awful things to Clementine and AJ and the gang, is where this video of ours comes in. If you don't remember it, in this video we talked about the potential ending for the season's finale, where the producer Anderson talked about the ending where he said that we won't make the player feel like they got the bad ending to the story. It's your ending. That is what I'm trying to say. Skybound mentioning and confusing stuff regarding Clementine's death and "we gotta move on" tweets hints towards a 50-50 booking. If you're not familiar with 50-50 booking, basically you give both full chance to redeem themselves, which in video games case is where you make 2 endings or more and player picks the one they feel is best for them and their story. That is where I believe Clementine's death will and will not happen at the same time. This is why the part of "this is your ending" comes in, and most crucially, the players will not feel they got the bad ending. It's cut and clear that they'll give the choice to the player, and whatever we'll get, it's up to us, the player, because at the end of the day, it's our choice. It's us who will make the choice in the end. Bad endings in video games could mean anything from someone's death to everyone's death, to something so unoriginal to something so bizarre like Last of Us ending. But what ending are we talking about? How will this ending even going to play out? Well, we don't have much time, but let's try to go through this and cover as much as we possibly can. This is where my theory comes in as to how they'll take this route. Throughout all 3 episodes, it's always been about siding with Violet or Lewis, or saving Violet or Lewis. Episode 3, however, was kinda took a different approach to this, but it was quite clear that it's either Violet or Lewis. And on the other hand, you got AJ. Everything is about AJ. This whole season is about Clementine teaching and making him learn, and AJ is experiencing it firsthand about this world, how to survive, how to stay normal, all of that. And that's where the bold theory of one final choice that might lead up to the ending, and that's where AJ comes in. What choice are we talking about, you might ask? Well, my friend, you gotta wait for part 2. I know, this was all BS. Look, it's hard as freak, especially hard to edit since I want to make this as entertaining as possible, and I really want to do some cool stuff before this final season's end. So bear with me and hit that subscribe button with bell notification to get part 2, where we dive deep into AJ with Violet, Lewis, and bonus side of what I think they should go with in terms of ending this season. But in the meantime, remember, this is all just a theory, or more specifically, the Guy Gaming Theory. Thanks for watching. I know I copied MadPad, but this is 2019. This is YouTube in 2019. What do you expect, huh? Do you expect some original content? Get the freak out of here.
The link is in the description. Hope to see you there.